I want to welcome you to the Meacham interviews. Today we have Pam Uschuk from Arizona and Colorado.
Many places.
Many places, yes. Would you like to read a poem for us?
I'd love to, and thanks for having us here again. I love the Meacham conference. I think it's one of the most student-oriented conferences that we go to.
We try to make it that way, yeah.
We really appreciate being here. And today I'd like to read a poem that is sort of a focal point for my poetry. It's called Finding Peaches in the Desert, and I wrote it outside of Tucson, Arizona, in the high desert, where a friend of mine and I came upon a peach tree in August, and the temperature was 110 degrees outside, and another war was fomenting in the Middle East, so that's the circumstances. They taste like a woman, you say, and bite deep into the sweet heat, squeezing through tender skin, while I laugh, taking the fruit you offer. We close our eyes and transport this delicious host to our loves, flown distant as time in dreams. You can never eat too many, I say, and pull another ripe peach from the desert tree. It fills my palm, my mouth, as I suck the unhusbanded nectar. It is as delicious as stealing light, such innocent grace, a holiday from history and eternity. We bare our breasts to sun as women have done for centuries beside the blue water pool, at ease with rabbits, shrill wasps, the shy steps of occasional deer, while vultures funnel mid-heaven. Struck dumb by sun, cauterizing the Sonoran sky that flings its blue skirt all the way across the ripe hip of Mexico, we feast on peach after peach, while peach-colored tanagers, wet green hummingbirds, and the topaz eyes of lizards attend our anointment. When I wipe 1/4 across my breasts and down my stomach to my thighs, I am amazed at the baked odor of love rising from everything I touch. This is our ceremony to alter news of troops massing for attack in the Middle East, to alchemize all hatred and greed, whatever name it is given by multinational interests. There is no aggression in sharing ripe fruit, priceless as the wide imaginings of sky or the brilliant coinage of dragonfly wings. Even squadrons of wasps and fire ants with nuclear stingers turn from attack to the pungency of this ritual feast that celebrates love in the desert, stunned green by unusual rain.
Wow, I love the collage aspect of that. So you explained a little bit at the beginning about the genesis of that, but then as you were actually writing it, all this stuff came in.
I think sometimes that writing is an alchemy itself that you don't understand, and you're given things that just come to you as you start. One image leads into another image, when you're writing it fresh, not when you're revising, because that's another process. But when you kill that editor inside of you and you allow your connection to the universe or your connection to the natural world, my connection to the natural world, is very important. And so when I allow myself access to that, clear my mind, and allow those nations of animals and the nations of trees and plants to come into my poetry, it speaks to what's going on in the rest of the world. And I don't understand that process exactly, but I don't think I need to.
Well, no, but there's a way when you go back and look at it and you see, like you just use nations of animals. Yeah. And so you're using like two contexts, which is a metaphor itself then. Or you use the nuclear stingers. Yeah. And so you've got two worlds that are sort of coming together, and maybe that's what, I mean, I think a lot, I just interviewed Rachel Morgan, and her poems do the same thing with medical stuff. You start to pull these two worlds together. Mm-hmm. And in many ways, that's, for me, the essence essence of poetry.
It is trying to make sense of everything that's around us and everything that's coming into us, whether it be on the political front or our family front. We have so many lives that we live every day. We're not just one person. We're a million persons. We're like that shatter that mirror, as Basho said, you know, that we are that mirror.
Yeah, like Pessoa, where all those little characters running around inside of us. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that you're very much involved in environmental issues and political issues and stuff like that, and I can see that there, but would you like to speak a little bit more about some of those issues and how you're involved in them?
Well, sure. I edit the magazine Cutthroat, a journal of the arts, and my husband Bill Root and I founded that magazine in 2005, and we named the magazine after our endangered species trout in Colorado, the beautiful cutthroat trout, greenback cutthroat trout, which is like a little piece of gold in itself, only with blood on the side of its face. Yeah. And so we wanted that double-edged meaning. And also, Bill pointed out later that we named it also because of the atmosphere that was taking over our country even then. And it started way back. I grew up right after the McCarthy era. I came to consciousness, and it was still very much present in my growing up years in Michigan. And I grew up in an immigrant family. And they were Belarus and Czech, and we were shunned. We were shunned by our neighborhood, and we were shunned at school. I was put on a communist list when I was in elementary school, and I didn't even know what a communist was. My father was not a communist. He was a decorated hero in World War II. And the story, one of the stories I remember from my childhood is that when they asked him to sign a loyalty oath at the factory that he worked at, the Oldsmobile plant in Lansing, he punched the guy out. He had fought in both theaters of World War II. It was an insult to him. Sure. And so politics, you know, I've been aware of them ever since I was a little girl. And during the last presidential election campaign, the rhetoric became so heated and ugly and filled with hatred, and which continued after the election was over. And so we decided, and it's getting worse, and it happens every day. All you have to do is turn on the news. The bipolarization of our nation, we have two nations, or maybe we have a lot of nations, but we're not working together anymore. And the split is bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's affecting the environment. It's affecting the environment in a very adverse way. The climate change is being ignored, basically, by most people. We all have to breathe. We all have to drink the water. We have children. We have grandchildren that are going to inherit this planet the way that it is. And so, anyway, we decided to do this anthology called Truth to Power, Writers Respond to the Rhetoric of Hate and Fear. And there we go. And we called on about 119, I think we have 119 American writers in here, some of our best writers in the country, including you, Mr. Jackson, but we have people like Rita Dove and Carolyn Forche, Joy Harjo, Linda Hogan, Marvin Bell, Martina Spada. We tried to make it as diverse as we could across the board and to address as many issues as we could. We're addressing not only climate change, but also sexism, racism, homophobia, xenophobia, all of the ugliness that has risen to the surface. Yeah, and all of the profits from this, this beautiful anthology, we've been donating to the Southern Poverty Law Center, Friends of the Earth, the Standing Rock Sioux water protectors who are fighting against the Dakota pipeline going through their sacred lands. And also we've given money to, I think, Planned Parenthood, and there's another one that I'm forgetting, but the ACLU. So we're just across the board trying to be very humanistic with this and give to good causes, things that promote peace and friendship and amity and And love, actually.
And you're doing a series of readings. There was one at the AWP conference in D.C. Recently, and then there's going to be one in Montgomery and in various other places. I think it's a great way.
Yeah, and Martina Spada just organized one from people in near Northampton. There was one in Northampton and then one in Amherst.
And we're doing one tomorrow night.
And we're doing one tomorrow night. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I want to thank you for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for having us.
Great.
It's great to be here. Beautiful day.